Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Modesty33 here, aka Crystal with the C. Back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, you just happen to click on welcome, welcome, welcome. I try to put out 1 to 2 videos a week. I do sit downs, reviews, reactions, vlogs. So if any of that interests you, make sure you check out the prior videos on my channel. And if you see anything you like before you leave, make sure you subscribe. So today is actually tonight, you guys, if you did not notice by the quality and by the poor lighting that I currently have. So it's actually still kind of early. It's like 6:30 p.m. right now, but it's been kind of raining all day. There was a point in time where there was a little bit of sunlight. However, it quickly diminished. So today is actually Friday, June 7th, 2019. I'm getting ready to go on a date night, go to the movies. So typically all my date nights, because it's really what I have time for. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna be seeing the movie Dark Phoenix, the X-Men movie Dark Phoenix, and then doing a review, probably following up with that tomorrow morning and putting all the footage together and getting that out to you guys so you guys can see what I think of the movie. So I actually really love X-Men movies. I know some of them aren't very popular because, you know, they don't necessarily go true to the comics. I'm not a comic book person. I just have always kind of liked X-Men. I've liked the cartoon. So I'm probably, that's where my review is going to probably come from, and I'll talk more about that in the second part of this video. But I just want to do a quick outfit of the night. It's a very casual date night, casual outfit of the night, just because, like, y'all, I'm tired. It's been a long day. I need to come back home and it'll be a longer night. But I did want to kind of get out and see this movie. So I do apologize again for the quality. I had to kind of move the mirror around so where there was some light, because there's absolutely no light by the mirror. So hopefully you guys can still kind of get a general idea of what I'm wearing. So let me get in a little bit closer and kind of show you guys. Hair is just an old twist out. I'm actually probably gonna have to wash my hair tomorrow, get ready for the upcoming week. I don't have any makeup on. Again, like I said, it's casual date night. I did do a facial earlier, and I did the Bossia luminizing charcoal mask. I did that earlier, so that's all my face has on it, really. Also glasses from Kate Spade, earrings, I think from just a local boutique here. Lipstick, let me come in a little bit closer. And I'm sorry for the sparkling. Hopefully nobody has any type of issues. I don't know how to turn that off so that won't, you know, bother you guys. And it's only on because of the lighting. But yeah, as far as the lipstick, you guys, I'm wearing my Christian Louboutin Roca Coat. Want to pull this one back out because I know on one of my old videos, someone had actually asked me about what lipstick I was wearing. And last year, I really played this lipstick out because it's actually my second tube. So that's what I'm currently wearing on my lips. I want to do kind of like a softer pink look. So that's what I'm wearing on my lips. I just have these like faux pearls coming a little bit further out. Faux pearls. I have this blazer that, yeah, I've had for quite a long time, probably about 14, 15 years. I remember buying it Valentine's Day when I was in college at like Walmart, so I still own it. So I just kind of put it over this shirt, or these two shirts. The one shirt is a white shirt that's underneath this pink one. And that undershirt is from New York and Company, the white one. The pink one is from a local boutique here, but it's kind of see-through, so that's why I put the white one underneath. And then originally, like, this is a cold shoulder shirt, this pink one that's kind of flowing down. So originally I was just going to wear it like that, but the movies do tend to get cold, and plus it's been raining all day, so the temperature is probably a little bit cooler than it typically would be. So I just put on this blazer on top of it. Pants are these distressed jeans from New York and Company, probably my favorite ones. And shoes are from Rack Room Shoes, my black ones. Didn't do anything cuter again just because it's been raining. So that's all there is to it. As far as my bag, I wanted to pull this one out, and I probably will talk about this one in another video. I'm getting some video ideas, you guys, so I probably actually will talk about this one in another video. But this is my Toiletry 26. Let me come a little bit closer, y'all can see. This is the Toiletry 26 from Louis Vuitton in the Damier Azur Tahitian print. Was a special edition one. I've talked about this one in a few different videos. Got it off of eBay, pre-loved, and I think it was virtually new because it had only been out a few months when I bought it, so from eBay. So yeah, this is what I'm wearing tonight, is like a clutch, and I do have my Lindy's bag pom-pom on here, and this is the what is it called? The Sweetheart Swarovski Pom Pom, I think is what this one's called. Swarovski Heart Pom Pom. So I have this on here. It goes perfectly with this bag. The pink and gray matches really well with the Damier Azur with this particular bag. So just wearing this one as a clutch tonight. Have not pulled it out in a while. I typically only use this one for travel. So that's what I am wearing tonight. Again, very simple, very casual. So I'm going to actually go ahead and stop the video. I'm going to get out of here, you guys, so I can go catch the movie, go ahead, buy the ticket, because I want to get something to eat before the movie. And then I've got some other things I need to do as well. So I will see you guys in the other part of the video, and it will probably be a lot better lit and by a better quality than this. So hopefully you guys do forgive me for this, but hopefully you did enjoy my brief outfit of the night for like a casual date night. So I will see you guys in the next portion of this video with my review of Dark Phoenix, X-Men Dark Phoenix. Bye, you guys. Hey guys, so welcome to part 2 of this video. This is going to be my review of X-Men Dark Phoenix, which I just saw last night. So I just want to, again, the format of this is just going to be, I'm going to give you just some facts about the movie, as well as kind of what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, as well as my final thoughts. And just kind of open it up to you guys in the comments, like, what did you guys think of the movie if you've already seen it? Now, this is going to be I'm going to call it a spoiler review. I'm going to call it a spoiler review because there's some things that I like and didn't like that I do want to talk about that are spoilery. So I do want to point that out. But first, I did want to tell you guys, because I do apologize again for the quality of the outfit of the night, the date night outfit of the night last night. So I did just want to kind of show you in broad daylight that my bag that I use or my clutch. And again, this is, almost dropped it. This is my Toiletry 26 in the Damier Azur Tahitian print. So I did want to kind of show you in better lighting because it's not raining today. And so there's a bit more lighting. And y'all, I got caught in like a torrential downpour. So just for all my little luxury lovers out there, this bag doesn't really have any vachette leather. So it does just have this little tab, but this little tab got drenched, y'all, but it still looks the same essentially. So I'm very surprised by that. Happy about that because I'll probably talk about that in another video, why that makes me happy, which it just makes me happy just because. But my little pom-pom, I kind of wore this on here too as like an accessory. And it's funny because with the rain getting on it, it almost looks like the hair on here is kind of kinky. Like it reminds me of like when my hair gets wet and it curls up. That's what kind of semi looks like it's happened on here. So that's really funny. I don't know if that will go back to being okay, if I need to take a blow dryer to it. Y'all Lindy lovers, let me know. But yeah, this is the clutch again in daylight that I wore last night, and this is what it looks like front and back. I know y'all didn't come here for this, but some people do. So I just want to go ahead and just in case, this is kind of what all of my contents look like that I carried in here. So anyway, we'll talk about that a little bit more in another video about this particular bag, but I just want to kind of put that out there since y'all didn't really see my outfit and all that, looking cute and things, going out, which really didn't matter because of the torrential downpour. So I'm glad I didn't put too much time and effort into my look. But anyway, let's get to the review, which you guys all came here for, or you stayed here for, I don't know. Hopefully you did anyway. So I do have some notes. I just wrote some things down as far as likes, dislikes, because you know I don't like to ramble and go on forever and a day. So let me go ahead and give you some facts about X-Men Dark Phoenix. So this was directed by Simon Kinberg. Hopefully I did not say his name incorrectly. I don't know what else he's directed or been a part of, but yeah, he did direct this particular film. This is starring James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender. I don't know if that's how exactly you say his name, but Eric/Magneto, Michael Fassbender, also Jennifer Lawrence, Sophie Turner. So James McAvoy again plays Charles Xavier. Michael Fassbender plays Eric Letcher, otherwise known as Magneto. Jennifer Lawrence plays Raven, otherwise known as Mystique. Then you also have Sophie Turner, who plays Jean Grey. And then you have some other cast members as well. I'm not going to get into all that. But those are kind of the main ones that you have. So the runtime for this film was 114 minutes. Otherwise, like when I looked it up, it was like an hour and 53 minutes. And then this movie released on June 7th, 2019 in the USA. Sometimes I did, you know, you can, here in my state, you can see it the day before it actually premieres. So you can see it on Thursday. I think other people who do reviews and all this fun stuff for a living see it earlier, so that's why I've already kind of seen where people have posted reviews of their reviews of the movie, but I haven't watched any quite yet. I'm excited to watch them after I post mine, or after I film this anyway. So let me get into a basic synopsis for the film. So essentially we start off in, what year was it, 1975, and we are following Jean Grey, and she's like 8 years old. She's with her parents in a car, and essentially you kind of see where she unintentionally used her abilities. Her parents end up dying, and Charles Xavier takes her into the school, his school for the gifted. So that's where we kind of begin the movie off. You know, Jean's 8 years old at the time, and she says that, you know, she's broken, and Charles tells her that no, she's not broken at all. And so he gives her that affirmation and really kind of like that love that she just does not have at that time. So then we kind of fast forward to 1992. When I kind of looked this up, this is, I believe they said 9 years after the events of X-Men Apocalypse. So this is 1992. And here you notice like an immediate difference, I think, in the tone as far as how the X-Men and how mutants are regarded. So this is 1992. You see like Charles and everybody, it's just very different. Like Charles has a direct line to the president. The president is calling Charles and it's like, yeah, we got some astronauts who went into space. This mission kind of went haywire. Can the X-Men help? So they're, you know, being highly regarded and dependent upon as members of society. So essentially like Charles is working to accomplish his goal of utopian existence between humans and mutants, for them to collectively and cooperatively work together. This is Charles's dream. So this is what they're doing. The X-Men go into space to try to save these astronauts. They're successful in doing that, but not without cost. Jean is impacted by what they believe to be at the time like a solar flare. Later find out it's an entity of some sort. And Jean absorbs this full entity, and, you know, Raven commented like, you know, she should really be dead, but she absorbs all of this, and then they do tests. You know, she says she feels great, everything is fine, get back to, you know, Earth, and, you know, the X-Men are regarded as heroes, and essentially Raven feels some kind of way because she feels like Charles unnecessarily put them at risk. And she makes a little quip that, you know, the women are always saving the men around here, so it should be X-women and not X-men. And she feels like, you know, Charles is beside himself, that he is manipulative and just doing all kind of things that she doesn't agree with. So she wants Hank to leave with her. He, you know, tries to talk her out of it, chooses not to. Jean essentially loses control. So in this movie, we kind of flip between Jean having control and losing control and trying to balance between that. So that's the basic synopsis I really want to kind of go from in this film. You know, of course, there's a lot more in the film that transpires in 1 hour and 53 minutes, but that's the basic synopsis, and that's kind of where we are in the movie, where there's a lot of fluctuations between being in control and losing control of Jean Grey. So let me talk about some things that I liked about the movie before we get into things I didn't like so much about the movie. So what I did like about the movie, and again, like I said, this is spoiler, so I am going to be discussing certain portions of the movie and certain aspects that I did enjoy. So what I did like about the movie is the beginning of the film, where there's the setup of the conflict between Charles and Raven. And I really liked it because you could see from both points of view and voice, both aspects, because like Raven feels like, again, we're taking all the risks, and are we supposed to die just to protect the humans? And Charles is like, well, yeah, kind of sort of in a sense, because like essentially it's one of those things where as mutants, because the humans already don't, you know, like them or feel like, you know, they're a danger and a risk to society, it's like you have to overcompensate and prove that no, we're actually an asset to society. But the problem with that is, one mess up, one mistake, and all the mutants essentially, all the work that you've done essentially goes down the drain. The mutants are considered at, you know, high risk to society again, and they're trying to put y'all in these detention centers, which essentially is what we see in this movie, which is unfortunate. But Charles is, you know, working hard to have this life and develop this life for all the mutants that are in his school for the gifted, to where they can have a better life than what, you know, him and Eric and all of the other ones who came before had to go through and live through, essentially. So you see both sides of the coin, and you see Raven's frustration, but you also see Charles's point too. So the other thing I liked about it is I thought that the effects for Jean Grey when she was out of control and when this, Phoenix entity was taking control, I thought those were really cool. Like more than just the eyes, but kind of the veining of her face. I just thought the look was really cool. So I did really like that. I really love Eric / Magneto's look in the movie because, when he pulls out his helmet, like when essentially Eric comes out of retirement, pulls out his helmet. At first I was looking at it, I'm like, why is the helmet black when it's supposed to be, kind of like that burgundy and kind of purple color? But then it's like he puts on the helmet, he got his little black trench coat and stuff. I was like, okay, I see it. Okay, Eric, I see you got a new look rocking. I got my retirement look, but I'm coming out retirement to handle some business and I'm going right on back to my little island. So yeah, that was really cool. I did like Eric's look in this movie. The other thing I really liked is that I felt like the fight scenes were pretty cool. They were decent. I really did like the reveal about Jean's father in the movie. That was a cool twist. Also, I really liked the scene with Jean and Eric when she went and sought Eric out, and you see that, she's trying to, I don't know exactly what she was trying to do with the helicopter, if she was trying to destroy it, but Eric is like, it's like they're both battling together, and Eric is actually trying to save the officers and the military people who came, with the helicopter, and Jean's trying to destroy it. And so I thought that was a really cool scene with like the battle of their abilities and their powers. So you had that. Those were the things that I liked about the movie. Let me go ahead and get into what I didn't like. Which I'm just gonna go ahead and say that overall I felt like this film was very lackluster. And I just feel like there was nothing really exciting or surprising to me about the film outside of the twist with Jean's father. I don't know, you guys. I really wasn't impressed. And it's funny because I love these characters, so I'm invested in them. And I'm one of those people who's, I guess, in the minority. Like, I actually enjoyed X-Men Apocalypse. I felt like it had good flow. It like went from one thing to the other. I felt like the action scenes were really good. The story was pretty good. Now, I can see why people didn't like X-Men Apocalypse, but to me, there was more good than bad about the movie for me. And I'm not a comic book follower, so if you're one of those people, I completely understand why you didn't like X-Men Apocalypse. And definitely if you're a comic book follower, you probably definitely didn't like this movie either. I just remember the Phoenix story and saga from the animated series because my brother used to watch it. He made me watch it. That was actually my favorite type of storyline from the animated series, was when, Jean Grey, became Dark Phoenix. Like, I just thought that was so cool. But I just have not seen it on film actually done well, like, which is really, really unfortunate. So I just didn't feel like there was anything remarkable about this film. The other thing is, I didn't really have any type of emotional reaction like when Raven died. Like, I like Raven, but I just didn't feel like, I felt like it was really unnecessary and unwarranted because it's like, okay, I feel like, okay, and this gets into another dislike of the movie. I feel like nobody really had an adequate plan moving forward. So it's like, okay, Jean is out of control. We know that her we know that her readings are off the chart. So that means that she has more power in her that's uncontrolled than any of us here, essentially. So why did we go and take the little X-Men and we went to, her little hometown, and we just said that we're gonna go with a hope and a dream without a plan of getting her back? Oh, we're here to take you back. And she's clearly upset. She's clearly out of control. She's like, no, y'all not gonna take me. I'm not doing this with y'all, and y'all need to stand back because I can't control it. So why does Raven walk up on her when she's saying that she can't control it? You see what she done to Scott and everybody else. She done flipped them over, all that, like, but you walking up on her, no, Jean, I believe in you. I believe that we can help you. And it's just like, you don't see that you're like, essentially when they got there, they escalated the situation as opposed to de-escalating it, which is just kind of like, wouldn't you know not to do that if y'all know that y'all dealt with mutants who are clearly out of control before? So why would you escalate the situation when you see that she's clearly upset? Why don't we just like, okay, Jean, I see you upset. We just gonna be right back here. Get yourself together, collect yourself, you know, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do damage control. We're gonna make sure that we're not gonna engage Jean. We're gonna make sure that she doesn't kill anybody. We're gonna protect the people who are in this town and who are around until she can get herself together and calm herself down. We don't need to engage her right now. So I didn't quite understand, like, why would they do that? So that was something that it didn't make sense to me. So when Raven died, it just was like, okay, like, that was really unnecessary. Like, why? So I felt like it was actually more impactful in X-Men 3: The Last Stand when she killed Charles. Spoiler alert for anybody who didn't see that. That was a scene. It happened. It was actually pretty epic in that movie, even though I didn't really care for the movie overall. But the scene, you know, that particular scene, because you could feel the intensity of it and the uneasiness of it. And it was just kind of like, stop. Like, please stop. So it's almost like in this film, they try to duplicate that, but it didn't have the same effect, in my opinion. I didn't feel anything when Raven died, to be honest. And it just seemed like it was done very quickly, too. Raven dies, we bring her body back, we have her funeral, we keep it rocking. And I just didn't, so it just seemed like it was very rushed, that whole thing, for a character who's been in the series since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. That's how I felt about that. The other thing is, what else? I felt like Scott was very annoying in this movie. Scott Summers. Maybe people feel that way in general, but I've never really actually felt that way until this movie. He felt very annoying to me, and I felt like it actually wouldn't have been original, but it would have been actually more impactful if she would have killed Scott instead of Raven, in my opinion. But yeah, he was just annoying to me in this movie. I didn't like that. Like I said, no one had any good plans. Even like Eric and Hank teaming up, oh, we're gonna kill Jean. Again, has no one been paying attention that she's clearly more powerful than either of you and both of you combined? So what is the plan to kill her? Nobody had one. Okay, cool. So the other thing is, like, we try to make Charles out to be the villain, which I understand where people felt some kind of way about Charles and, you know, his actions, and was he doing it to be prideful or whatever. That can happen, of course, to anybody. Like, again, when you are trying to achieve a particular goal and you kind of lose sight of the people you're actually working for because of what the perks and everything you're kind of seeing. Like, Charles is going to these corporate dinners. You know, he's regarded by a lot of people in the community who didn't pay him any mind or attention before. So unfortunately, yeah, like, that was something very realistic. That was a very grounded, realistic element in this movie, because it's like, man, that happens to a lot of people, how you can, trying to do a good thing, how you lose focus. So that was another thing. And I didn't really buy it, though. This whole, like, oh, Charles is the villain. Like, I'm like, are they really trying to make Charles Xavier out to be the villain? Like, I don't buy that. So, yeah, okay. And in the end, he did admit he was wrong for some of his actions, which was all that was needed and necessary. The other thing is, what I didn't like about the movie was, I felt like there was really no good reason for Charles to lie to Jean about her father being alive. Like, she already thought her parents were dead, and he's like, I'm trying to spare her the pain. But I'm like, okay, there was already the pain of the loss of her parents. Like, you could have told her the truth, and essentially, especially as she got of age, like, okay, maybe as an 8-year-old little girl, you didn't want to tell her that her father couldn't handle her, didn't want her. But as much as she's seen up to this point, you could have had a conversation with her and told her, like, yes, Jean, this is, you know, I really want to talk to you about what really transpired when you were 8 years old. So I want you to get a, you know, an understanding and be able to deal with it. So I just felt like it was really unnecessary, that whole lie about her father. Like, again, one of those things where I just didn't understand. So my final thoughts about this movie, which is something I actually looked up, and I don't know if any of you guys watch Legion. I did reactions on my channel to Legion Season 2, and I also watched Legion Season 1. But this is a little Easter egg I think that was put in the movie. So did you guys know that Jean Grey, like, her hometown was Red Hook? And I don't know that thing. I was like, wait, Red Hook, I've heard that before. It was mentioned in Legion Season 1 about the incident at Red Hook. So I'm wondering now, like, because this took place in '92, this movie did, and then Red Hook is the town that Jean essentially destroyed. This is her hometown. So I'm wondering that, like, is this what Legion season 1 was referring to when the guy in season 1 was like, yeah, we don't want another incident like what happened at Red Hook. And he's, yeah, like, so any of y'all like who watch Legion season 1, you probably would know what I'm talking about, but comment below, like, did y'all catch that in this movie? Like, this is essentially the Easter egg, like, because I always wonder what happened in Red Hook and they never explained it. So this is essentially, I guess, what happened in Red Hook in '92. Gene destroyed the town and lost control. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say about the movie. I know that was rather long, you guys, but hopefully you did still enjoy it. But tell me, what did you guys think about this movie? Again, I felt like it was lackluster, and I mean, maybe it's, you know, coming from John Wick Chapter 3, which was like bomb.com, and coming to this. So that could be what has my mind kind of reeling, like a lot of missed opportunities I felt like in this movie. But tell me what you guys thought about it below. Comment, let me know. Also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Share it with anyone else who likes reviews of movies, popular movies that are out and about. So also make sure you do subscribe to the channel if you have not already, you guys. All you do is click the red button below and make sure you hit the bell next to it so you're notified when I do upload future videos. And again, you guys, I thank you so very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.